Hello everyone, welcome to the witchy corner. You can't see it, but the altar's back there. I tried to have a witchy background whilst it's still literally snowing outside, but alas, no. So here we are. Eventually I will probably decorate this corner, but I haven't decided exactly what I want to do with it. Nobody cares about that. Let's get on to the point of the video. So as you guys know, I have been a full-time creative for over half a year now, and because of that, I finally feel like I have the time and the energy to spend working with the energy for the days of the week. And by that, it's usually you're gonna think of when to do your spells, things to focus on, stuff like that. And I often want to have that page ready so that when I want to do something, I can look and start to plan accordingly. And I just haven't ever made that page. I've thought about it for years, so today I took a few hours, got some notes, and here we are. So this is compiled of 3 different sources. The first one is from Silver Ravenwolf in her very big book, Solitary Witch. One of these days we're gonna do a full deep dive into that book. I feel like to call it a book review is gonna be a little extreme. I feel like we need to go like per section, honestly, because it's a really big book. But it has like literally everything ever. I also used the Everyday Sun Magic because it did have stuff for the days of the week in there. And then lastly, Tiptoe Chick had a video that talked about the, I think it was like the daily candle ritual. However, a lot of the information could easily be used as a reference for like magical intent for the days of the week. So all of that said, I compiled my notes as well as kind of my own experiences. And so this is my version of the magic for days of the week. So we are going to start off with Sunday. So Sunday is the day to relax and recharge and get ready for the upcoming week. Now for me, that looks like a lot of, especially in the summertime, not necessarily now when it's literally blizzards all the time, but when it's sunny and warm, this is my lizard time. If you haven't heard of that, it's where you just go and you just soak up the sun and you just enjoy your life. This is your lounging day, this is recharging, however that looks like for you. So right now, in the winter, this is my day that I am desperately trying to just have nothing on my to-do list. No work, which is very hard for creatives and people who are self-employed because you want to constantly work and you are like, but I have time. And I could just do it really quick. And so I'm trying to make Sunday specifically my day to not do any work. The absolute most is going to be like maybe read a fiction book because I do still enjoy reading fiction. But I'm not going to work on writing, I'm not going to work on videos, anything like that. All of that is for the week, which is another part of Sunday. This is the day to prep and do all of your energy and magic for the upcoming week. Specifically, this is really good for any energy and work and spells that you're going to be doing in regards to work and or success. Honestly though, with the sun energy, you could really easily just apply that to any big project that you're going to work on in the upcoming week. But this is the day to start setting those motions, take this time to recharge, really soak up that sun, get all that energy going, get the hype ready for the week, and charge that into Sunday. And also I feel like anything to just revitalize yourself would be good for this day as well. Then we have Monday. So Monday is naturally the day for going inwards. A lot of the sources, I think actually all 3 of them, said that it was the day to honor the feminine. As you guys know, I've gone back and forth on the use of masculine and feminine, and sometimes I'm really against it and other times I'm like, I don't know. It does kind of apply though. However, I still have, I go back and forth. I'm currently on the for it side right now. It just is kind of making sense. I don't particularly love the term of it being masculine and feminine, but then everyone argues that you have both within you, and I'm like, well, kind of true, because, everyone has estrogen and testosterone. You just have varying levels of it, so, maybe that. I don't know. That's a discussion for a different day. For now, we're just gonna go with the assumption that masculine and feminine energies are within all, and you just tap into those energies on different days of the week. So Monday is for the feminine. So this is all things feminine. This is time to connect with the moon. This is the time to connect with water, and the time to connect with your emotions. And the way that I want to look at this is really just the receptive and the feminine mysteries kind of thing-ish. Because really, again, I go back and forth, but the idea of what is feminine and those things of the receptive, contemplative, looking within, goddess work, all of that stuff is going to be on Monday. This is the day to have a ritual bath. It's also the day to work on laundry, because it's a lot of water involved. And the color associated with Monday is blue. Then we have Tuesday, which is the opposite of Monday. This is the day for the masculine. So this is the day of fire, and where we were very receptive and intuitive on Monday, we're now active and go get it done energy. Personally, I've started to notice I function extremely well in the masculine energy because that's what I do all the time. Is it super sexist to say? Sure. However, again, today's not the day to debate the like gender things with it. Masculine typically is associated with get it done, work, analytical, your to-do list, basically. Tuesday is the day to tackle the difficult tasks. It's often described as like the fierceness of like a warrior and like just get it done, kick ass, take names kind of a day. Of course, with that, it also is a good day to honor the god if you want to have a goddess and god vibe going on. And of course, the color associated is red. Then we have Wednesday. So this is where I get a little caught up because in my experience, Wednesday doesn't really fit the bill for this. And so I have my notes as is, where it's supposed to be for communication and the mind and writing and stuff like that. And also, I think of it how the days of the week are named. And usually Wednesday is associated with Odin. He's also associated with writing and like communication because like kind of everybody goes through him. It just feels weird to not include Magick on Wednesday. And like nobody really talked about that, but for me Wednesday is the day to do a lot of magical work. And I don't know if that's like just a me thing, but I always feel like Wednesday is the day to do like your high magic. Like any day of the week, like Wednesday is like the equivalent of like the full moon. It's to do any kind of magic. And honestly, it's kind of hard for me to be like, oh, it's the day of creativity and the mind and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, it's the day for writers. And I'm like, every day is the day for me because I write a chapter every single day. And it's like, oh, well, you could write a blog post. And I'm like, yeah, I'm usually writing rituals and like extended discussion notes and different, like I'm always doing that. Anyways, moral of the story. The color associated with Wednesday is silver. And of course, if you can't find silver, especially if you want to use candles, you can always substitute with white. Honestly, for me, I also would include purple because purple for me is the color for spirituality. Then we have Thursday. This is the day for prosperity. So this is the day for anything to do with money and just overall planning for the future. Now, personally, much like Wednesday, I also feel like this day has a different association that not a lot of people talk about. But for me, Thursday is Thor's day. It's the day for protection. The color typically associated is purple. I found that really weird for the prosperity side of it because like usually you do green. Then we have Friday. Everyone knows the saying, Freya Fridays. It's all about love and beauty. The way Tiptoe Chick talked about this was actually the best I found because she talked about beauty not in the sense of necessarily like dolling yourself up and going on a date and like whether with yourself or with somebody else. Like, none of that. Like, you can, but she also mentioned finding beauty in your home. So this was going and making your house pretty, redecorate, clean, declutter, make your space presentable in a way that's appeasing to you. Find the beauty in your home or in your garden or whatever. And I was like, I love that message so much more than just like get pretty for date night. Of course, the color for this is pink. And then lastly, we have Saturday. Now, Saturday is the day of completion. By that, I mean Saturday is the day where you go and you work on your really big projects that you might not have been able to do during the week. A lot of people who do work regular jobs, you don't have time to dedicate to a huge project. And also, if you need help, other people are typically more available on the weekends, aka Saturdays, and so that's the day to get your big projects done. This could be the day that you go and you buy all of your plants, or you could even buy your plants on Friday and then plant them on Saturday. This is the day to mow the lawn, to do whatever your big thing is. You want to wash your car, even by hand if you felt so inclined, or vacuum it out or anything like that. I feel like those are like the bigger projects. Some people those are not big, but to me that's a big project. Let alone, especially for those of us who work for ourselves, Saturday is our deadline day of the week. This is when you need to finish your projects and stuff that you haven't done for the rest of the week. This is your due day. I think it was Silver Ravenwolf, but honestly I cannot remember, but it's always stuck in my mind. Saturday is bills day. Saturday is the day you pay your bills, you work on your money, and you work on debt reduction and like that kind of energy. And it's also the day for like banishings and just getting rid of stuff out of your life, which honestly kind of comes into the completion side of it. Like you're completing, hopefully, at least this month's debt cycle where you pay off whatever your bills, your mortgage, your rent, electricity, whatever. you pay those on a Saturday. And it's also the day to reap the rewards of your work. So the way I like to view this is that if I've accomplished everything I needed to throughout the week, Saturday is a bonus rest day. And this is the day to do whatever. If I want to do more work, cool. If I want to go lounge in the pool and read a book the entire day, I can do that. If I want to go play Hogwarts Legacy for the next 7 hours, I could. The color associated for this is brown or black. So anyways, that is going to be it for my thoughts on the Magick for the days of the week. I hope this has been helpful. I would love to hear any like variations that you guys have that you found, especially if you don't follow a traditional week. I always find that that kind of switches it up a little bit too. Huge thank you to my patrons. I'll have their names here on the screen if you'd like to support me and get access to exclusive content. It is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.